Welcome, Soul Fam, to another episode. My name is Sarah Rose. If you're new here, welcome to Divine Femme TV, or welcome back if you've been here for a while. There's a strong message coming through for the collective right now that just locked the F into their highest timeline. And the message that's coming through right now is that there's going to be life before May 2026, and then there's life after May 2026. So this is a very timely message. You're going through such a massive shift right now, and what's coming through is that everything is shifting. Your life trajectory, like something massive is shifting within you. You just locked in, and God, there's so many messages coming through before I hit record. So this is for someone who recently fully locked into their embodied worth and really stepping into embodiment of their highest timeline. Like you're not playing games anymore. You're not negotiating with fear, okay? Whoever this is for, you're going to know you're not negotiating with fear. You're not negotiating with doubt. You know that you're here for a very important reason, that part of your life purpose is to be an example and lead New Earth, and your soul is not messing around. Like, this is where the rubber hits the road, and May is going to shift your entire trajectory. So the message that's coming through is there is no more negotiating with like safety versus sovereignty, right? The survival identity, done. Like you are locking in to all of it. You get to now call in and attract in aligned opportunities, partnerships, collaborations, income streams, clients, contracts, like counterparts, and all of the above that honor not only your truth, but also your sovereignty, your body, your nervous system, your safety, your stability. There's no negotiation anymore. The negotiation is done. You're not negotiating with fear. You're not negotiating with doubt. You're not negotiating with compromise. And this is a massive, massive identity upgrade. This is completely, like I said, there's going to be life before May 26, 2026, and May after 2026. And the full moon that just happened in Scorpio on May 1st has been illuminating a lot of where you have still been clinging to the old survival identity and old conditioning. And it's brought a lot of things to the surface because that's what Scorpio does, for death and rebirth and transformation and alchemy. So you can see through it, and so that you can finally choose your most sovereign timeline. Your most sovereign timeline that honors all of it, your body, your pleasure, your joy, your freedom, your fun, your sovereignty, your stability, like all the things that you know that you're destined to align with in this lifetime, to be a living, breathing, walking, talking example of the divine feminine in form. That's part of your purpose here. If you've landed on this video and you've been resonating with all of the content that I've been putting out for years, whether it be on Divine Femme TV or the Calling Uncensored podcast. Oh my God, it just started to rain. It sounds like hail. It was a little chilly today. I was, this is like totally one of those days where you just want to like stay curled up and watch like a movie in the afternoon. And I think I just might do that after I'm done with this transmission and I'm processing and uploading this. I think I might just go get my go-to specialty beverage and some popcorn and watch an afternoon matinee. Oh, it just stopped. That's so cool. It looked like it was going to storm earlier, but you can tell like the sky is like clearing up, but then there's just this random rain that just hit, and it sounded like hail for like literally like a minute. So it's like a little chilly out. The air is really crisp, but it's still got warmth from the sun. But it's like that perfect temperature where it's like you can still leave like the windows open and all the fresh air without being cold. Normally I get cold really easily, and I'm not cold at all. Meanwhile, it's like, if you can hear it, hailing outside. super weird. I wonder what the temperature is. Yeah. And this is kind of a good vibe for like what's happening in May, because this is the other thing that's coming through. It's like even like right now, the environment like it doesn't really make sense. It's like, should I be cold? Like it's technically cold outside. It's like hailing outside. The windows are wide open. I'm normally cold very easily, although I'm not cold at all right now. The sun is shining. Like 10 minutes ago, I was debating on going for a hike. Now it's hailing out. Like, none of this makes any sense. The message that's coming through piggybacks off of a message that came through the other day, which is, again, if you're seeing, especially if you're seeing like this is a good synchronicity for you, is like sequence and numbers 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 4, 5, right? And skipping numbers. Because there's an acceleration and there's a momentum, but like all of the steps you think that you're going to need to take in order to align with your highest timeline and what is truly calling you on a heart and soul level is not going to make logical sense, and you're about to be elevated. There's a divine elevation happening where there's going to be like massive steps skipped, right? The logical step-by-step linear timeline that makes sense in the 3D world and makes sense according to the mind of how long something needs to take. Like that's not it. You are collapsing timelines. Time is irrelevant here. Do not underestimate how fast your reality is going to shift now that you've locked the F in your embodied worth. That's the other thing that's coming through. Your embodied worth, what you're available for, what you're not available for, and you fully embodying that, right? And also speaking it into existence. Like, this is not like passive, right? This is like you are an active participant channeling through what you are here for. You are a divine vessel and channel of the one. And there's no more playing around. Like, you are fully anchoring into your power, your sovereignty. And since you are locking this in and seeing through the illusion and the shadows and alchemy and all the things that have been happening since the full moon in Scorpio, that has been illuminating a lot around maybe your stability, maybe what feels sovereign, what doesn't feel sovereign, what feels good in the body, what doesn't feel good in the body, what's specifically still attached to the old identity, and what is not coming with you into the new timeline, right? So this is the other thing that came up. There's a statement that I'm going to share. You're no longer trying to make the old identity feel safe enough to move forward into your ideal timeline, because you're not meant to bring her with you, right? Like, the old identity is no more. Like, that does not define you anymore. And yeah, like a lot of things, like everything's led up to this point, and you have all of this alchemy and this past and history and all this other stuff that's gotten you to where you are now, but that doesn't define you. And you are now, this is coming through, living from and as it never happened. You're no longer tying yourself to the old identity. And so there's been things coming up, especially since the full moon, May 1st in Scorpio, that have been that are still tethered to the old identity. But I'm hearing you have such a high level of awareness that you're able to see through the illusion and choose thyself, your most divinely sovereign path. It is not a path of compromise. It is not a path of self-abandonment, and it is not a path of settling. Okay, I need to take a sip. So, oh my God, the other message that was coming through just before I hit record, I have my little tripods propped up on a pillow right now. And the message that was coming through right before this was freeze bird. And I just realized that there are birds all over this pillow. That's so funny. You are going to be flying high, free as bird, and like fully aligning with your highest timeline that's rooted in truth, authenticity, bold expression, creative expression, full freedom, full expression, free to be you, free to be whatever wants to come through your divine authentic expression. And it's going to look different for everyone. And it's because you chose it. So divine timing, that was the other thing that's coming through. Divine timing is at play, but divine timing has always been waiting for you to click into place, and you just clicked the F in. You locked in, you clicked into place. Your only job now is to not doubt it and fully continue to stay locked in. Do not look at the external world of form. The external world of form is a mirror. It will reflect back your level of certainty and conviction and devotion as you stay locked into the truth of who and what you are, and you no longer give airtime to doubt and fear. Whatever steps are in alignment that feel like resonance with your highest timeline will be made available to you. You just have to have the courage to take those steps. And right now the message is that you are at a pivotal like turning point, right? A divine turning point in your trajectory. What was the other message coming through? Yeah, free as a bird, but there was something else. Oh yeah, divine timing. So do not look like you are the divine timing. You needed to click into place. The message that was coming through that I heard right before I clicked is that God will be opening doors for you, but you have to be the version ready to walk through them. You have to be the version ready to walk through them before the door will appear. Right? Like, so this means you need to be calibrated to your highest divine identity, the one that has locked the F in, and what you know to be true, what you are worthy of receiving, what you are here to experience, what your soul knows at a core knowing level, right? This isn't a journey of the mind. And so when you lock the F into that, and there is an unwavering conviction and devotion in that, you are literally recalibrating the field. The field is going to reflect back to you your new level of embodiment, right? Your sacred feminine frequency. It has no choice. So do not look outside into the 3D world for proof, because you are the proof. You clicking in is the proof. You resonating with this and choosing it is the proof. Oh my God, I just saw all these flickers of light. You clicking in is the only proof that you need. Okay, so hear me when I say this, because this is not spiritual woo-woo fluff. This is mechanics, the quantum physics, right? This is divine identity in motion. You are the proof. You choosing this and knowing this in your heart and choosing it unwaveringly with conviction and faith and devotion and surrendering it to the highest and greatest good is all you need to do. You are the proof. So do not look outside in the 3D external world and look for proof, because you are the proof. You will see out there whatever you are embodying within, and you will see this very fast reflecting back to you as you continue to stay locked in. You're going to see the reality, the field reflecting this back to you very, very, very fast. I'm telling you, there's a huge acceleration and momentum happening right now for those that are locked the F in. And I've stated this before, if you're late, like this is the year of the fire horse. There's a lot of momentum and acceleration. When you are locked into divine coherence, acceleration and momentum is going to feel like rapid synchronicity and divine elevation into your highest timeline. When you're layering acceleration and rapid momentum on top of a dysregulated nervous system or incoherence, right, then it's going to feel very chaotic and it's going to feel messy. And that may be happening for a lot right now in the collective as well. And that's all also divinely timed, because there's a recalibration that needs to happen before you're able to fully step into this. If you're listening to this, you have been recalibrating. If you are listening to this and you're like, no, I'm not there yet, then please reach out. I can help you with this. And there's programs available for that, and you can check them out wherever you're listening to this. And you can also DM me on Instagram at Spiritual CEO if you have any questions. The resources are there. The portals are there. The sacred mirrors are there. Whether it's me or somebody else, all of what you need is there. And you don't technically need any of it. There's no one that can give you divine embodiment, right? But there are ways to guide you and point you into recognition through being a sacred mirror and through the frequency that one offers, that when you come into proximity of that, it's like soul to soul recognition. It's like a tuning fork, right? If you have two tuning forks in a room, one's going to start to resonate with the other one, right? It's going to start to vibrate. So there are ways to get support if you need support in this. You're not meant to go through this alone. That's why there's everyone, you know, you're going to see sacred mirrors that are like illuminating what is possible for you and also triggering your shadow. It's because we are one, appearing as separate, collectively rising together, and is all by divine design. So if you are feeling called, I know that those are the only women that I work with, are those that are actually feeling called to work with me on a soul level. They fly into my programs and they already know before they even like pay or do anything, that they already know that they are divinely guided to work with me. And that is a soul to soul recognition. That is on a frequency level. That is something that is like, I believe, a pre-agreement prior to even incarnating here. And so reach out if that's something that resonates. But back to the message. God, what was it? So yes, God is opening doors for you. You just have to be the version of you that walks through it with courage, faith, and trust, and knowing. So do not look outside into your external world for proof, because you are the only proof that you need as you lock into this level of certainty, devotion, and conviction in what your heart already knows to be true. Again, no more negotiating with fear or doubt. You do not negotiate with fear or doubt. You become very, very aware when you are shining any awareness on fear, doubt, or insecurity. And this doesn't mean that you ignore. This is going to be a little nuanced conversation. This doesn't mean you ignore 3D reality. What I'm saying is, I'm speaking to a very selective part of the collective right now that is at a point of rapid manifestation. So if you've been recognizing that the gap, the perceived gap, in air quotes over here, perceived gap, if you're listening to this on the podcast, that there is no gap and that things are actually reflecting back in the field very fast, I'm speaking to you. There is nothing left for you to do than lock the F in. Okay? So yes, you're making sovereign choices also. And so that's going to look different for everybody. So I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of how all of that could be transpiring, but you're making sovereign choices. You're not compromising or sacrificing or self-abandoning in any way. So all of that is going to be uniquely, life has already orchestrated this uniquely to reflect to you exactly what you need to make whatever decisions and sovereign choices are required of you right now in order to move into your highest timeline. And like, life is already reflecting that back to you, because you are life. There is no separation. You can't escape it even if you wanted to. That's why you're always in the right place at the right time. That's why you're always seeing the right perfect synchronicity at the right time, because you are the synchronicity. You are literally one with all of this. This is a simulation that you are the source of. You are the power source to this simulation. If you are still resonating with me right now, it's because you have reached this level of playing in the quantum, in the 5D, in a way where you are the master alchemist and magician. And the only thing left for you to do is lock the F in and stop giving any airtime to the old identity, the survival identity, the performance identity, and lock the F in. And I know that you've already chosen this, or you wouldn't be resonating on this video right now, or you are about to choose this. And this is just another manifestation of the one that you called in to reflect back to you exactly what you needed to hear right now. So you created this, you called this out, right? Like, you are listening to this for a reason. You already know what that reason is. Your soul knows what that reason is. But the message that's coming through before I end this is that May is the month your entire life shifts into your highest timeline, where there's going to be an instant recognition of your power as a divine creator, as a divine expression of the one, that from this point forward, by the end of May, save this video and come back to the comments and let me know what happens and what transpires. But you are no longer going to be able to doubt the divine power that lies within you. You are no longer going to be able to doubt. And think of how powerful that is. When you move through the rest of this incarnation, where it is impossible to doubt the divine power that lives within you. Can you think of anything better than that? You are going to be so unstoppable, magnetic, on fire, in alignment, you know, fast acceleration and momentum into your highest timeline. And it's just going to continue to get better and better and better and better and better, because your frequency is just going to continue to calibrate to better and better and better. And it's like the doubts and the fears are going to be so unaccessible to you. You're not even going to be able to access them, because they're just not going to be in the reality that you're playing in anymore. It's just not going to be even accessible to you. So I am so excited for the collective that is moving through this right now. If this is you, please claim it. Please own it. Please let me know in the comments. Let me know if this resonated. And until next time, I hope this finds you well. Namaste.